All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Season 2 of the Whateva podcast. I'm your host, Christian McGarry, and today I'm joined with Brooke. Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to dial it up a little bit. All right, so Brooke, tell us a little about yourself, because you're kind of my boss in a way. Miss Student President or whatever it is.
Yeah, indirectly, I guess. My name is Brooke Munoz-Helm. I'm student body president here. I sit on a lot of committees regarding the college, including your budget.
Yes, speaking of budget, yeah. Because I'm the new editor-in-chief of the Crier. I don't remember if I talked about that in a previous podcast, but I didn't go to the meeting that determines my budget or not. Granted, I had no clue I had to do that in the first place. Like, I remember the editors talking about it like one or two times like last semester, but like I had no idea what that was. But yeah, I will not miss the next one because I don't really want to screw over the budget right off the bat.
Yes, sir. You can miss one of them,
Great.
And then your budget gets frozen.
And then if, let's say, I do miss another one, like, can I get my budget back?
Nope.
Cool.
You're done for the semester.
Wow. Okay. I mean, granted, honestly, like, it's so frustrating because, like, during Check Us Out, like, 11 people, like, signed up for the Crier, and 5 people showed up to the meeting. So, and that includes people from last semester as well. So, if you're on the Crier and you're listening to this, please show up to the meetings because we need you there.
Be better.
And it sucks because the articles are due today, and I've had nobody send me articles except for, like, teachers. So we're going to see what happens tonight. But if you're listening to this, send the articles because we kind of need that.
You can always stop into the office. There are 8 of us, so you could always interview.
Cool. Because I'm thinking about doing a lot of cool stuff for the podcast. Yeah, so get ready for that because Season 2 is about to be lit, as the kids say. So tell us about yourself, Brooke. You know, Miss Big President and all that.
Well, outside of being the president, I'm a quadruple Gemini. I
don't know what that meant, but
I have 5 planets in Gemini, which is incredible.
Here we go.
I'm a Slytherin.
I don't know what that means either.
That's from Harry Potter. I'm ENTP. What else? I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay.
I'm biracial Puerto Rican.
Cool.
I'm 19 right now.
Sweet.
I'm turning 20 during Gemini season.
I don't know when that is.
May 29.
Hey, wait. Oh, yeah, I'm Taurus season, so I'm like right before y'all.
Of course you are.
You know, the superior planets. I don't even know what planet Taurus is, to be honest.
That's not how that works.
It's not? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I do a lot of leadership things.
Great.
I have my own non-for-profit organization.
Really?
It's a humanitarian relief program.
Let's talk about that. What is it?
It's called... I'm so stressed out.
Why? You just started. You got an hour of this.
I don't know. My hands are sweaty already.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's called Adaptamos el Collado. Collado is this town in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
That was hit really hard by Maria. And so I'm technically the co-founder. My mom and I founded it together.
Great.
Like a month after Maria hit. And so we send boxes. We accumulate a bunch, like a great amount of funds so that we can send those boxes. Then we send people money just so that they can help their community after Hurricane Maria, because that town is a really poor town.
Gotcha.
Their houses are made out of like tin, like roofing, like what you expect like a tin barn to
be
made out of.
Yeah.
That's what their whole houses are made out of. So Maria ripped those houses to shreds.
All right, yeah.
So yeah, I also am part of another humanitarian relief program called Se Levanta, which is also about Puerto Rico after being hit with Hurricane Maria. And we just we go to different towns in Puerto Rico and we rebuild houses. So I go.
That's awesome.
I'm really into social justice and making sure that things are equitable.
Yes, so am I. Yeah,
big proponent
definitely. But let's talk about Harry Potter. Let's bring it back to that because It's funny because like Harry Potter's such a big thing still nowadays. I remember like back in like elementary school, I tried to like bully kids reading Harry Potter because I was just, but it didn't really work because I was the only one in my classes who didn't read Harry Potter. Right, I was like the kid like in the corner reading Star Wars books, and so I don't know Jack.
I have Star Wars by Shakespeare. Fun fact.
What?
They rewrote all of the Star Wars movies as like Shakespeare
Shakespearean
plays.
tragedies?
Yeah, they're incredible.
Really?
I love them.
That's crazy. So how do you feel about the recent Star Wars movie that came out?
I actually haven't seen it because I respect myself.
Oh, come on. I thought it was good. I might be the only one who thinks that, but I thought it was a good movie.
I'm a big proponent of Kylo Ren.
Oh, Lord.
And I think that he got done a little dirty.
Oh, you think he got done dirty?
I think they did a very poor job.
You think Kylo Ren got done dirty when Finn exists? Like,
oh yeah,
bro. Like I remember when the first movie of that trilogy, the recent trilogy that came out, like the first trailer for that, it was all about Finn, right? Mm-hmm. He had the lightsaber. The trailer was literally all about him. You didn't even see Rey's face in like the first few trailers. When the movie comes out, Finn's like the sixth man, right? I was heated. I mean, I did like Finn's like character development, but at the same time, it's like they did him so dirty.
They did. I love Finn and Poe Dameron. I know the actor, Isaac something.
Isaac. No, I thought it was Poe. No, that's the character.
Mm-hmm. Poe Dameron is the.
That's a character. Yeah, I think it's Isaac Bio.
I don't think so. He's definitely Hispanic.
Yeah.
My abuelita calls him Isaac. So okay. Something. Isaac something or something Isaac.
Yeah, I forgot his last name.
Yeah, I love him. Mm-hmm. My brother's in the Army.
Yeah. He
loves Star Wars. He commissioned me. He is like a tank person. Mm-hmm. So he sent his helmet back to me, and I airbrushed it to look like Poe Dameron's helmet, and then sent it back to him.
That's dope. That's real cool. Yeah, by the way, sorry if I sound stuffy. I've been like dying of a cold this week. I hate the winter so freaking much because every winter I get like the same sickness and it's just ridiculous. And like I've been like on nothing but Thermoflu for like a month now. Like I tried to get some this morning, but like they ran out of the morning Theraflu. I didn't want to take the nighttime Theraflu because I'd be like passed out by now. So it gets ridiculous, especially because I'm going to the gym in the mornings now. Nice, and like, yeah, I just need to start working out again because like I'm fat now. I've got like a double chin and I'm just hating everything. So I'm going to the gym. I got here late because so much stuff happened this morning. I didn't get out of bed. I took forever to get dressed. Then I had to feed my dog, and my dog didn't have dog food, so I'm like, call my mom. So I get late. I only was able to do like a 30-minute run, and I was like pissed. And then plus I didn't get my medicine, so like I'm dying. But it's all good. What about you? Do you not exercise? Like working out?
Kind of. I'm trying to get more into exercising lately. I've been trying to. I have a 21 credit semester this semester, so I'm pretty packed on top of being the president and all the commitments that come with that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to get back into being vegan.
Nice.
And with that, I've been going to yoga classes.
Oh, okay.
But that's only once a week, so it's nothing too incredibly strenuous. But
I mean, hey, yoga's nothing to laugh at. Freaking, I remember taking a yoga class in high school. That was ridiculous. Like, do the tree pose. I'm like, yeah, no.
That's my favorite. I can just relax.
I don't really see how standing on one foot is relaxing.
I don't know what it is about my body because whenever I look around, everyone's always shaking.
Oh yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I shake like every other position, but that one I'm just like. I just get real comfortable in it.
Comfortable, yeah, nah. My brain would be like, all right, we've done this for 2 minutes. Time to drop. Like, I can't do it. I cannot do it at all.
I love the tree pose.
Because, like, my favorite comedian, his name is John Panette, rest in peace. He was a very big person, like a very large person. And he was talking about doing yoga, and he was just like, I went to this yoga class, and the yoga instructor was like, all right, cool, we had to break, now put your head in your ass. I'm like, damn. But yeah, because I can't do yoga because like I'm built like a brick, and if I try to stretch more than like I can like normally, then I just die.
That's what.
It's bad. It's real bad.
You hate to see it.
I do hate to see it, especially because my mom's like this big like health nut. She's a personal fitness trainer, and like she owns her own little business, and then the upstairs of that business is like a yoga class. And I remember one time. Oh God! I remember one time I was gonna pick my mom up or something like that. I went to work. I think she was getting out of the bathroom. So I like banging on the door to like scare her. She's like, "Chris, there's a yoga class outside." I'm like, "Oh God!" I probably just like ended up with like 4 people doing the street pose. Oh my gosh! But it's always weird because sometimes I like clean her gym for money.
Nice.
And like people will like come down and they'll like look at me and I'm just like, "What's good?" And yeah, it gets awkward.
Love that.
It's fantastic.
And
But what's up? So you've been doing anything fun recently? Like any current events you want to talk about?
Not really. I've been like absolutely swamped with my 21, soon to be 24 credit semester. So.
Yeah, I don't know how many credits I'm taking because like most of my classes right now are like free electives because I've already had like 90% done.
How many classes are you in?
Oh Jesus, let me see. I got math, I got bio, animal bio, I got criminal investigations, I got children's literature, and then interpersonal communications, and then I'm also getting 3 internship credits. So it's like...
So 18.
18 credits, right. And so I only need to worry about 2. But it sucks because, like, I decided to take the classes where it's like, hey, you need to read this entire book before the first test. And so I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm like very easily overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
So I've definitely hit that point where I'm like, okay, it's time to treat yourself with some sushi and a 6-hour nap.
Yo, speaking of sushi, no promotion, but I went to Tuna 2 in Horseheads recently. Yo, that was like when I ate that, it was celebrating my friend's birthday. Mm-hmm. That was probably the best meal I had in like months because I've eaten like college food. Cause the only sushi I really had is like Wegman sushi, which is great, but I got this like quality sushi. I was treating myself. We got like a rainbow roll. I got me like eel. I got like a squid sushi. I got a fish egg sushi. It was fantastic. Excuse me.
No promo as well, but like also all promo because there's a woman there that works there that I'm in love with and she's really pretty. But have you been to Wild Ginger on Market Street?
No, I haven't.
It's like on the end closest to Wegmans.
Huh.
Incredible.
Really? I was just at Market Street like before this.
Mm-hmm. I was getting coffee. One is allowed to hit on her. She is my future significant other. So I'll just take I don't know what her name is, but it's grand.
Yeah, she's my wife, but she's not. She doesn't know it yet.
I went in like the first time I ever went there. I like heard them speaking Mandarin Chinese, so I was like, "Oh, lit!" So they came back over, and so I spoke Mandarin Chinese. Sweet. Ever since then. Every time I see her, she's like, "Hi." She already knows.
That's great. I mean, I went to 9 Elephants recently. And like,
oh, that's good.
That place is a good place. Like, I love spicy food. It is expensive. I love spicy food. Mm-hmm. So that place is like perfect for me because you got like 8 different levels of hot, and that's like a challenge. Like, I love that. It goes like from like easy to like medium. They can hear that.
Oh, I'm trying to open my.
Welcome to the ASMR session. What the frick? Did we just get... Hey, stop. We just got haunted for a second. My computer just, like, blew up. The lights turned off. Like, what? The door turned closed. Ma'am. I'm, like, gonna listen to this later, and I'm gonna get so uncomfortable. I hate ASMR so much.
I also do, which is why
it's so bad. I remember that one, like, beer commercial where they got that one to do ASMR with a beer bottle. I was like,
Zoe
why?
Kravitz?
Yeah, I think.
How dare you disrespect
Disrespect?
Zoe
I don't
Kravitz.
know who that is, but also, she was still doing ASMR.
That's the most beautiful woman I have ever seen.
She was really beautiful, but it sucks because she was doing ASMR, and it was gross.
She could, like, literally be screaming at me, and I'd be like, yes, again, louder.
I mean, yeah, but still, it's ASMR, and I can't deal with that. Because it's just like seriously, the chewing one, my brother watches, like, mukbangs. Stop. Please. I have to edit this, man. ASMR. I have to edit this, and I'm gonna, like, die. Like, you already tried to kill me. You brought, like, this big old jar of peanut butter. Yeah. I can smell it now, too, and I'm gonna die in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm literally allergic to everything. It got ridiculous. Because, like, first, when I was a kid, it was just, like, I'm allergic to all nuts, tree nuts, coconut. That was it. Then I go to Italy. And let's say I was in Italy for, like, 7 days. I had an allergic reaction, like, 3 out of the 7 days I went there. So we're all thinking, like, oh, must be a lot of peanuts and everything. I get back home. I go to Outback Steakhouse. I drink a lemonade. All of a sudden, I start dying. So we're like, We need to get some testing done. So I get a blood test, yada yada. I find out I'm allergic to lemons. I'm also allergic to mustard and high amounts of soy. So
I love soy.
I mean, I do too. Like, it was like soy. Was like I had like a chicken teriyaki tuna too. It's so good, and like it was covered in soy, but it was fine. It was cooked. But like lemons, I love lemon. Like I gave myself a lemon allergy. Like I just kept
Best
pouring.
album I've ever heard.
What?
Lemonade. Beyonce.
Oh, Beyonce. It's funny because like I can't remember if I actually listened to that album or not.
Oh, you'd know. I have it on vinyl.
Oh my! What?
It's incredible.
Oh golly! What's the point of even having vinyl anymore?
It just sounds crisper.
Does it?
There's just something about it.
Cause like them like big old vinyl machines are like $30.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna buy one for my ex, but then I was just
They're
like,
really expensive.
I do want to buy a vinyl and just like hang it up on my wall. Speaking of good music, Brooke kind of brought this up. If I turn up the volume, you'll see that the last song I listened to on Spotify was a song called "A Broke Bitch." A shout out to Cody Code and Noel Miller. I listened to these guys. They were famous Viners back in the day. But listen, speaking of, actually, let's talk about Vine real quick because Vine 2 is out, but nobody cares.
Yeah, you're right though. TikTok is already happening.
I hate TikTok so much. And
I have a TikTok.
Vine 2 was released like last week, and like it's called Bite. Nobody cares. Like I'm kind of sad about that because now I feel
TikTok
old.
came in.
Because like I mean,
no
I just hate
for it.
TikTok so much. I remember I went to the mall and like I saw these two girls doing a TikTok. I wanted so bad to just like jump in and just ruin that TikTok because it was just the cringiest thing. Them doing like little hand motions without any music playing.
I love
like,
it.
Stop.
I love that like young girls have this space that they can just.
Oh, absolutely, that's fun. It's just like. You seeing that, you're just trying to do some shopping. I'm just like, come on, man. My brother will send me these like unfunny TikToks, like all types of the day. I'm just like, dude, these are not funny. Just please, like this boy sent me one at like 11 o'clock at night. I kicked down his door. I'm like, if you ever send me something that unfunny again, I'm gonna throw you out a window. Like I can't deal with it because it's so like, it's Vine humor. But then, like, you know, I'm past that age now, so it's just not funny anymore. But yeah.
Speaking of unfunny,
did
you like my comedy routine?
Jesus. Let's talk about that class. Last semester was a trip because we were both in the same public speaking class, and for one project we had to do like a presentation, and that could be from a range of like funeral eulogies or like stand up comedy. So we got like a bunch of us to just all do our own stand-up comedy routines. Oh, excuse me. And you
surprised us all.
Surprised us all. I mean, I wasn't that surprised because like I kept seeing this look on your face every time you brought it up. I'm like, oh boy, we about to have some fun with this. And you want to like repeat some of the jokes you'd said on the comedy routine?
There's some good ones. I would just like to preface that I am a business person and I really care about marketing myself. Anyway, so one of my favorite jokes in there.
Here we go. Better turn this up, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you're not, this is a not safe for work zone. So put them headphones on.
This one, get your 6-year-old kids and throw them in the trash, but also make sure.
Hold on, what?
Hate children. So one of my first jokes in the comedy routine is talking about. I had written that routine when I had just turned 18. And I was talking about all the things that I could do as an 18-year-old. You know, I could buy cigarettes. I could vote. I could drive past 9. You know, I could buy sex toys now. You know, without my dad's help.
Oh Lord! Wait, hold on. You want to repeat that last sentence?
I said that in the routine.
I don't remember that one.
I guess you weren't paying attention.
I guess not, because I must have been too shocked. Like, and then I had to snap back to reality. You were still talking about sex toys. I'm like, oh jeez.
Yeah, I had a few jokes that I probably will not repeat here. But one of them in the class was a lot of like older gentlemen.
Yeah.
Older white gentlemen.
Yeah.
And so I said it wasn't supposed to be funny. I used the term spaghettables because I had made spaghetti with things.
Hello 911. Just kidding.
Of course, allegedly. I hypothetically did this. And so in my routine, I used the word spaghettables, and that was the funniest thing to them. And I was like, I am in the middle of a sentence. I didn't even finish my.
Dude, that
But,
happened to me.
it's audience.
That happened to me. Freaking, what's his name? Was his name Johnny? What was it?
Mm-hmm. In the front.
What?
In the front?
Yeah, Johnny. I was like, I wasn't even making a punchline, but then, like, Johnny just started cracking up. And I was like, man, I will throw this chair at you. Because, like, do not distract me right now. Because, like, it was so funny because, like, mine was, like, half improv. And I'm not good at improv. Like, I have a little bit of, like, stand-up experience because I do it at my church. Because, like, I just didn't want to do the plays that they did anymore because the plays just weren't funny.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, and the only experience, well, not experience, like, I didn't really write a script for those. I would just write the script, like, the night before. And I would just I would just joke about how broke I was. And that made my church, like, explode. And for this one, I was like, yeah, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to get closer to the microphone so that you guys can hear me better.
Yes, because you are a very quiet person.
I am.
Depending, because like.
Oh yeah, I
had some beef. You had beef with somebody. There was a little bit of drama at the end of our public speaking class with Mr.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm a huge proponent of equity. I'm going to stress that, and that includes being able to speak your mind, obviously to an extent, like disregarding hate speech. Not that I would ever be caught dead saying any of that, and that like your own space should be your own space to say things.
Of course,
obviously, minus like anyone can say whatever they want to say, but also if you say something that crosses the line, you can get hurt. Like
absolutely.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that there were just there was a misunderstanding with what is funny and what isn't legitimately funny. Like my comedy routine, everyone else's comedy routine were very lighthearted, and mine was very like making fun of my my like love life at the time, which was like very rocky, so it was funny. And in another, like the other shoe was that like making like trans jokes and like sexual abuse jokes didn't sit well with me.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I was just like, come on, dog. Like,
yeah, those weren't appreciated. So when it comes down to things like that, I will absolutely put my foot down. I would will speak up. And I think that's one of my favorite things about myself is that I'm not going to let people cross that line without getting checked.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that about myself because I grew up when I was younger, I was like a lot darker than I am now. I was very obviously like quote unquote ethnic.
Yeah.
And that definitely like shaped my perspective of life now. Like Christian and I actually went to elementary school together.
Yeah.
We were some of the only people of color.
Yeah.
And yeah, kids are cruel.
They are.
Especially like kids that are like grow up in an environment where parents are hateful. That the kids grow up hateful. So it was definitely a difficult place. So because of that experience, I definitely know now to be an advocate, especially when others can't.
Definitely.
But in that same line, I'm going to stress heavily on this that if it is not your experience to speak about, you can pass the mic. Like,
absolutely.
As the student body president here, I have the opportunity to speak louder than almost any other student here. Objectively, other students. But you'll never see me standing on a stage saying, "Oh, well, this is the trans experience," because that's not my experience to tell.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I will 100% pass that mic. We went to a leadership seminar where we talked about that, and I immediately kept my mouth shut because I wasn't my place, and I knew there were trans people there, and that was their position. Like that's their experience to speak on. So like, as much as I will be an advocate when people cannot, I will also pass the mic.
Yeah.
When it's like applicable, which it usually
Absolutely.
is.
Yeah, because we're definitely on the same page with that. And I also want to take this time to So there may be a new podcast coming for the Corning Community College about mental health. Yeah. So I just want to shout that out. Look forward to that. I believe that is going to happen soon this semester.
Is that also you?
No, it's not going to be me. It's going to be somebody else, ran by somebody else. Yeah, they're most definitely be a mental health podcast for the school coming very soon. So look out for that.
Awesome.
I will definitely shout that out when that actually arrives. Also, kind of a different little segue. This podcast and probably other podcasts as well might be on Spotify very soon. We're setting that up.
Ooh.
So that'd be cool. Cause I know a lot of people have been requesting to put it on Spotify because it's kind of wonky to just go on a whole website.
Hey, you can listen to it when you drive up on campus.
Exactly, right.
To the commuters on campus.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember when the first episode was live, you were able to like just play it from the website, and then you turn to a different app and you listen to it. And you can still do that now. It just for some reason they will like force you to like open a separate tab for some reason. But I mean, it still lets you play it like when you're on a different app, and then like still it's kind of a little bit wonky, but that's not really our fault. We're just using like I think Squarespace for that. But
nice. Yeah, Spotify will be
Spotify.
better.
Yeah, Spotify is gonna be a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, what was we gonna talk about?
What are some of your favorite podcasts?
That's actually why I started this podcast, because I listen to nothing but comedy podcasts. Honestly, I listen to like the Tiny Meat Gang podcast. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like with Cody Co. Noel Miller. That's their podcast. I listen to the Funhouse podcast. Pretty much they call themselves Dude Soup. It's a Dude Soup podcast. Yeah,
Okay.
they just talk about it's all like funny. It's a current event, but funny. That's pretty much all it is. And so I just wanted to do that with the Whateva podcast. Excuse me.
Is it the
I don't know
peanut
why.
butter?
No, not even. I don't know why I'm burping so much. I've eaten like one meal today, and that's it. I gotta work 4 hours, and I'm gonna starve to death. I've
had probably 5 crackers since being in here, and I had a Rice Krispie treat for like 8 a.m. this morning, and that's about it.
I had a smoothie. That was part of my workout, so I don't really think that counts.
Yeehaw. I'm like currently not vegan, just for anyone out there that is probably going to jump on that train. I'm not currently vegan, but I'm trying my best. Taking one day at a time.
I remember I tried to go vegetarian, but that lasted 5 minutes. Because I was like in my room, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to become vegetarian. I go downstairs to tell my mom. My mom's cooking meatloaf, so I'm like, you know what, never mind. Right? I can't do it. I cannot just not eat squid. Because squid is actually really good.
Go pescatarian. That's how that was the first, I guess, diet per se, more like dietary lifestyle that I went with. And I did that for a long time. I only stopped because I was going to Japan for the first time, and I wanted to be able to eat whatever was offered to me. I can't wait to
go to Japan, because I'm definitely going. We're planning to go to the Olympics in Tokyo 2020, but we're just like, now we can just go to Tokyo, because that's like been my dream since I was a kid, and I just cannot wait. I can't wait. But yeah, pescatarian. I don't know, because I love crab is like my favorite food, but like I don't think I could just live off just crab, because like if I go to a Cracker Barrel at the church, I'm like, give me that steak. Like I can't just not get that breakfast steak. Like,
that's valid.
It's so good.
I don't like. Generally, I don't like red meat, so it was really easy for me to cut that out. I've gotten so bored of chicken. My dad is white. I've gotten so bored of like really blanched chicken that it was super easy for me to cut that out.
Oh no! Yeah, for that seasoning.
Yeah, so it was really easy for me to choose to be pescatarian, and then through that vein, become vegan.
Because I got a bunch of friends who are like vegan, and I'm just like. Oh my god! I always like love messing with them. My friend Beth. Shout out to Beth. Her birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Beth!
Yeah, she's 20 now. I'm still mad that like all of my friends are older than me. I'm like so mad at that because like I just feel like a baby all the time. Like my last girlfriend was older, like 2 years older than me. All my friends are older than me now, and it sucks. I'm like taller than all of them. Like my cousin. I don't even know if she listens to the podcast. My cousin Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
Yeah, shout out to you, Danielle.
You better be listening.
Yeah, I'm about to make fun of you. She's older than me, but like, I think we were born in the same month. No, she was born in April. I was born in May, and she's a lot shorter than me. So like, I refuse to admit that she's older than me. And so like, every time we see each other, every time we're talking, I'm like, by the way, I'm the older cousin, and she's like, no. I'm like, yes, and also. I told you this before, but when I come back to California this summer, I'm flirting with all your friends. I mean, no, there's a story behind that. I'm not that guy, right? I remember last time I was in California, It was a few years ago. Right, we went to this, I think it was someone's, like, Sweet 16. It was a really big, like, Sweet 16, like, it was her friend's Sweet 16. It was really big. There was, like, a famous, like, NFL player that was there.
Of course.
I mean, and freaking, one of her friends came up to me and was like, "Oh, wow, Danielle, I didn't know your cousin was so tall." And then, like...
What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly, right? And then, like, all of her friends just were always, like, trying to crowd around me. It was just...
Wow,
I was
a tree human in my presence.
Literally, right? Like, I was very uncomfortable. So I always make fun of her for that, because it's just, like... It's just too funny.
That's funny.
But...
None of my cousins have hot friends, so really? I don't have to worry about that.
Dang. Lucky. Freaking... But apparently they were all snakes, so...
Me.
It's all good. What do you mean you're a snake?
My Patronus, this is a Harry Potter thing. Fun fact. It's like an animal that, like, is you.
Gotcha.
Like, that's who you are as a human being. I took the official Pottermore Patronus test, and I got, and you'll never believe this,
a snake?
A rune spore, which is a 3-headed snake.
Ew. Ew.
So that is apparently who I am as a human being.
Great. I mean, I tried to take that one, like, Harry Potter test, where it's like, hey, what's your Harry Potter test? And, like, it wanted to, like, me to pay. I was like, absolutely not.
I didn't have to pay.
Excuse me. I don't know. I mean, I think I just wanted my email, but I was just like, I just don't care enough.
That's how you make a login.
I mean, yeah, if I don't want to log in, just there's like a BuzzFeed quiz, right? You answer the questions, and that's it.
Those aren't accurate.
True. Apparently, like, BuzzFeed quizzes are, like, taking your personal information now, so can't do those anymore. It's funny, because, like, I have, like, the sudden suspicion that I'll end up working for BuzzFeed, so I should probably keep my mouth shut.
That's valid.
That's true.
I'd get in there quick. It seems like they're dwindling. They might be crashing soon. Yeah.
Wow.
There's, like, the like, popular opinion on BuzzFeed is, like, not good right now.
I mean, yeah, because, like, half of their articles are, hey, this dog ate a sandwich. You'll never believe what happens next. Like, that's, like, their front page.
I love that.
It's great, but then this is like, come on. I remember there was, like, a whole, like, controversy back in, like, 2016 during the election. Like, BuzzFeed had its, like, hands in the election a lot more than you would think. They were getting a bunch of, like, info on, like, our current president, and, like, there was a lot of drama with that. And so, like, I don't know. Because, like, I want to become a journalist, but then I have no clue what I'm going to write about. And so that's the struggle. Because, like, I don't want to write about politics. Because I don't want, like, gray hair so I'm 30. Right. So it's just, like, I have no clue where I'm going to end up. Especially because, like, I'm applying to colleges right now. And I've been having the worst time with that. Like, I was going to apply to 4. One of them was just the most outdated website I had ever seen. Like, it was literally like I was trying to, like, hack a 90s computer. It was so bad, because, like, I kept trying to put in my information, and it would kick me out, like, over and over and over. It was like, oh, someone's trying to hack into your account. Like, yeah, it's me, right? And then when I finally got all my info in, it gives me the thing, like, hey, print this out and then mail it to us.
Ew.
I click away for a second. I just wanted to check all the information was good.
You were inactive?
Nah, I wasn't really inactive. I clicked away. I like did like the backlog so I could like see if all my info was good, and it shut me out. And now I can't find the thing I need. Like, I even like log out of the website and like click the link to the page, and it just doesn't exist. So you know what? I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And then like another one is still driving me up the wall because I had sent him my stuff. I sent me an email saying, thank you for applying, your stuff's incomplete. And so I look, and there's 3 things that I'm missing. One of the things was like, all right, cool, yeah, I never sent this in the first place, so that makes sense. The other 2 things I had sent in like 2 months ago. So I'm like, all right, cool, let's see what this is about. I called them up, called the wrong office by accident. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll check, goodbye, and they hung up on me. I called the next day, called the right office. They're like, oh yeah, this is on us, our bad, we'll figure this out. I'm like, all right, what does that mean, right? They hung up on me. But, you know, over time, you know, like, the stuff is like, okay, we got this and we got this. I get another email from them saying, hey, your stuff is still missing. I checked to see what's missing. The thing is missing is one of the first things I had sent, like, months ago. And I still haven't called them back. I'm just like, y'all got to figure this out for yourselves. Because I can't deal with this.
For real. Yeah.
What about you? You applying to any colleges after this? Or is this, like, your own?
Yeah, I've applied to a few colleges. I kind of have my 10-year plan set up.
Nice.
Unfortunately, my parents, aren't helping me financially, at all. Like, not a dime. Except they do pay for my textbooks now, which I really appreciate.
That's really good.
But they will not be continuing that at my 4-year. nor my master's program. But so I'm having a hard time trying to figure that out. I've applied to a few schools. I've gotten accepted to a few of them. Nice. I'm waiting to hear back from a few of them right now. Right. Yeah, I would. My ideal. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything because I feel like once I put it into an existence, the universe is gonna say, "You thought." So I might not put it out there, but all right. I have applied to quite a few and have gotten accepted to quite a few, Great. Which is also really nice.
Fantastic. Yeah, I got accepted into one, and so now I'm stressing because my number one school is notoriously slow, and so they had said "Hey, we're gonna let you know if you're accepted or not," and either through March or June. And for the one I got accepted into, if I'm gonna go to that one, I gotta let them know by May 1st. And so it would suck if I learn I don't get accepted to my number one on May 2nd, and then I can't apply to the one I did get accepted to. Yeah. So I'm stressing out about that, but I should be fine.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's gonna be awful. But what? All right. So we were talking about the podcast before this started, and you want to talk about sustainability.
Yes.
Because it's funny, because for the Crier, we have 4 people writing about sustainability. So
awesome.
Let's talk about that. What exactly do you... what's your whole thing about sustainability?
I am a huge proponent of sustainability because this is an earth that I want to live on for a little while.
Yeah.
Huge into environmental sustainability, social and cultural sustainability, economic sustainability, that sort of thing. Right now I'm focusing mostly on environmental sustainability. Cool. Usually I do a lot of social cultural sustainability. And the executive board that I sit on as president, we've just come up with a list of new goals this morning that we're going to get to. So some of our sustainability goals include putting a plastic bag ban on the bookstore because they just give them out.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah. I would really love to see them put some sort of incentive on these bags. If we can't ban them, at least make the bags themselves cost 50 cents, $1 more.
I mean, yeah, just or just make us buy our own bags.
Exactly. Well, I get that that's kind of difficult because even when I go to Wegmans, and I know that I should not use bags and that I'll have to pay for them, I completely forget to bring my bags in.
Yeah.
And then I look like an idiot trying to carry 6 things in my little arms.
Yeah. I remember, I think it was Thailand, where they had a plastic bag ban, and so there was this kind of funny challenge on Twitter of people in Thailand were be creative with their shopping lists. So you'd have people putting a bunch of Doritos in traffic cones, or someone bringing an entire vase. It was really funny. But yeah, we definitely need we could honestly just, how much are reusable bags in the first place? We could probably just sell a bunch of 50 cents.
Well, yeah, plastic bags to make cost very little, which is why they're just given out. The only issue is that they're so bad for the environment.
Oh, absolutely.
But people corporate America doesn't care.
They don't. It does not. It does not. Literally, it was me, Elliot, and Donnie. We had all talked about
love them, both of them.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. We were talking about all that, how Jeff Bezos is. We will use his head to ring the bell of revolution. There's a few parts of that podcast we had to cut out. I'll tell you after, but yeah, we were just talking about that, and it's just how the richer you get, the less you care, and it's crazy. It's honestly really crazy. I remember Jeff Bezos had tweeted a picture of him and Lizzo, and I love Lizzo, but
yeah, I saw that too.
Everyone was just can we please just get this man to pay his taxes, just for once, Lizzo, do what you got to do.
For real.
Make that man pay his taxes.
For real.
Please. This man will donate $40,000 to his own charity, and it's all right, buddy. You think you're so cool?
He could literally end world hunger.
He could.
Hunger
multiple times.
Yeah, and still have I think it was $1.3 billion left. Dollars left for this.
He just doesn't because
he
doesn't make him money.
He just doesn't care.
It's ridiculous. Bill Gates is cool. He does a lot of charity. But then he
donates,
could do more.
3.9% of his wealth.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me.
Better than most, but then at the same time it's most aren't even doing anything.
Yeah. And if you look at people that aren't in the top 1%, they're donating a shit ton of money. My parents donate probably 30% of what they make.
Absolutely. My father, his fraternity does Speaking of which, actually, no, I probably shouldn't promote that because I don't know how to get tickets. Anyway, my dad's fraternity does like a lot of scholarships and charities and such. I always donate to as much as I can. Do you remember last year that like it was like Earth Day? We're doing all the like the charity stuff. You like each chip was like $5 to donate to somebody.
Sure.
I donated $5 to this one organization I won't name because they won't leave me alone now. I donated maybe like $5, and now they just won't stop mailing me stuff. They mailed me like an entire like tote bag, and they just keep sending me envelopes with just, hey, give us more money. Like here's a free calendar, just please. I'm just like, come on, dog. But yeah, it gets. I do wish I could like donate more, but then I'm also incredibly broke. So
yeah. I feel like I am like on occasion a white passing Puerto Rican. Obviously, I speak English very well.
Right.
I grew up in New York, like, I wouldn't say rich, but I have, like...
Oh, yeah.
My parents had money.
Yeah.
And it was comfortable for me. And, like, nothing, like, pulls at me more than knowing that, like, I have so much privilege just, like, sitting cushy here in New York.
Yeah.
With, like, especially... It, like, really hit me after Hurricane Maria.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why I have so many... different ties to helping Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria.
Absolutely.
I think, like, I don't know. I think there should just be more people with the amount of money like Jeff Bezos that have the similar mindsets where they feel guilty about their privilege. This man doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care.
He does. Like, he got divorced, lost half of his stuff, and he's still like the richest dude on the planet.
Yes. Also, love that woman. Get that bag.
Yeah,
like,
get that money because like he don't even need it, right? Like
she has 69. Is it million?
I don't know.
It's a lot.
But it was a lot of money, and like this man's still living his best life, and I don't understand how.
Love her. Good.
She was good. Good for her.
She's my icon.
That was great. That was a good time. That was like the first victory against the rich, right?
I'm such a huge proponent of Eat the Rich.
Absolutely.
Little subtle plug. Bernie Sanders, wonderful human being. I have campaigned for him. I have been to one of his rallies in Buffalo. He went to UB.
Lucky.
Love him. Shook his hand.
Oh,
he smells beautiful.
What does Bernie Sanders smell like? Now I gotta know this.
Like oatmeal and happiness.
I don't like oatmeal, but I like the happiness.
But like the smell of oatmeal. Like warm cinnamon oatmeal.
Ew.
Or like apple cinnamon oatmeal.
Ew.
It was incredible. I love him. He was awesome. I'm actually sending him an invitation to our commencement this year.
Really?
Doubt he'll show up because he's so busy campaigning to make this world better.
Right.
But I'm going to be sending him.
Cool.
I'm also working towards potentially speaking at commencement.
Nice.
Normally only the Chancellor Award winners speak there.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Chancellor Award winner. I cannot be Chancellor Award winner since I sit on boards to help vote those people.
Okay. Oh my god. I have my computer. I'm just gonna mute that.
So my plan is to speak to the president and the provost to really get them to let me speak at commencement. I already have a commencement speech planned.
Sweet.
So hopefully they say yes because I put a lot of time and effort into being able to speak.
Yeah.
I hate politics.
I'm sorry. Yeah. But yeah, I hate politics, but then I don't mean to get political, but then it's like I'm voting for Bernie as well, right? But I do have a question because I talked to my dad about this. How do you feel about Andrew Yang?
I don't have my coat on me, but I have little stickers in my pocket that say #Yang with this like little caricature.
Because he interests me so much, not even for any like political reasons, but then like his followers, like his fan base, right? I don't really know what to call it.
The Yang Gang?
The Yang Gang, right? Like, it's so interesting to see because he's like the only political person I've ever seen have that much of a following on social media. Because he is like trending like every other Tuesday.
I would implore you to potentially look more in depth at Bernie's Twitter.
I mean, obviously, the Bernie Bros and all that.
Yeah,
like,
Bernie is on fire right now.
Oh yeah, he's on like Twitch streaming it. It's like the memes of Bernie. It's
I would love to see that.
Oh, but like, yeah, but Yang, it's so weird because like,
I like him.
He has such an interesting following, and it's always, it's always interesting to see because like you don't really hear about him much, but then at the same time like it seems like he has this huge cult following. But then like when it comes to like mainstream like news and all that, you barely hear anything from him.
Yeah,
it's
unfortunate.
It is really unfortunate.
He's not polling well.
Yeah,
that's
he's
why.
He's not.
Which is unfortunate. I would love to see him on the ballot. I would still be voting for Bernie even if he was on the ballot.
Yeah.
But I love Andrew Yang. I love that he's not white, which is he's the only one on that panel that is not.
He's the only person of color on the ballot.
Yeah. He has a son with special needs, and he like campaigns for that kid. Like,
nice.
He doesn't like leave him in the shadows or pretend like he doesn't exist. Like he is a huge proponent of helping and like giving a fuck in general.
Not like Joe Biden back when Obama was running, when Joe Biden was like more rights for where it starts with the R. That I don't want to say. It was just
he said.
He was at, I think it was like people who are like mentally disabled. He was at a campaign for that, and he had said that he was gonna bring more rights for the R word. And it was just like,
I hate the R slur, and I call people out on it all the time.
Yeah.
People like walk into my office, the SAEB office, and will just be like casually speaking, and they'll drop that word, and I had the T word dropped in there. There's just like, and I do not stand for that shit.
Yeah,
and I haven't had anyone in the office say the N-word yet, but they've got a big thing coming if they think they're going to say that.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. You should see the game room. Jesus.
I am one of 2 people of the 8 in the office that are people of color.
Yeah.
It's me and Emily Lessick, who's half Korean. Love her. Wonderful human being. And I just feel so outnumbered in that space as far as, like cultural sustainability.
Yeah.
It's difficult to have a conversation with 6 other people that are not of color.
Yeah.
And be able to talk about things so freely because like some of them will be like will give me the floor and let me speak, but still like interject or speak over me or be like and then no one in that office like shuts it down, which I'm really proud of. I like shuts me down.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
But yeah, not shutting that down is also unfortunate. Yeah. I think it just comes with like traits of being a leader is that you're willing to like step on toes and shut people down.
Absolutely.
It's just a little bit more difficult, and it's different when it's you that's like having things like that happen to. Especially because the group in there works so well together. You don't want to screw up that culture. The culture we have in that office is incredible.
That's good. That's real good. That's real good. Yeah, I recently found my voice for that kind of stuff, probably in my senior year of high school, because I was in a creative writing class, and I would just write about nothing but the black experience, and like I kept doing that, and like it's just. It makes a lot of people uncomfortable, which is good, right? Yeah. But then, it's very good. But then I also never had like really much of a platform to do so either. So like it's definitely good to like have that platform. Even this, right? Like I've talked about that a little bit on here, right? I remember I got into like a whole like religious argument with somebody about this kind of topic, and that was crazy because that was like my first internet argument, and I shut that dude down. I'm not supposed to be doing that kind of stuff, but it was still like just really good to just like shut somebody up who just. They should not be talking, right?
I was interested to know, like, if you brought people in that had, like, very different mindsets. Like, from our public speaking class, there was, he, like, sat in between the 2 of us. Yeah. It was very different and spoke a lot about his difference from our mindset. Yeah. He got hit with OK Boomer a lot.
That was good.
It was me. I hit him with OK Boomer a lot.
He smelled like cigarettes. And it was just...
He did. I have asthma. It was difficult sometimes.
Yeah, I used to have asthma. I would have like died if I was in like 2nd grade next to that dude.
Yeah, I would never say anything to anyone about that because I know that like addiction can be difficult.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's just I'm just so used to just bad smelling people that work in the game room, and it's like all right, I'm gonna just say this sentence and that's it. Last semester, there was like maybe 4 people who smelled bad in the game room. This semester, it's like 8. And I had like a whole breakdown last semester of just like, it's just so ridiculous at some point. That's all I'm gonna say, because my boss probably gonna listen to this. I mean, he knows, right? He knows. A shout out,
boss?
Ryan.
He's my boss.
He is your boss, and like he knows, like he agrees with me. But like I
I love Ryan.
He's cool. He's real cool. He's a cool dude.
He's incredible.
Excuse me. He's a great guy, and it's like he actually listens to the students, so that's real cool. Like there was the whole the table controversy last semester, and I was
I've heard about that.
I was the victim of that the most, because let's talk about that, because that's really funny. This will be like our final convo. Could be at like 10 minutes left. So the table controversy, for those who do not know, was all of a sudden, I think there was like an event going down in the game room one night, and there's these square rectangular tables against the wall, and then we kind of just like left them there in the game room. And so people who like to play on their laptops, like play like League of Legends or other card games on their computers, they sat over there because those tables were right next to an outlet, so they just plugged in their outlets, and they just played right there by themselves, like the three of them, right? And so my old boss comes in, and she's like, hey, you guys aren't really supposed to be doing this, because like you're supposed to be like hanging out with other people, not just three of y'all just hogging some outlets on a table. So they take the table away. As the people who are playing on these tables, they always talk to me. They were the only people I tolerate in that room. And so they just would not leave me alone about the tables. Like every single day. Hey, Christian, where's that table at? Christian, bring back the table. I'm like, just leave it. Just please, I don't know. They would write it on the request board. Like, it's just every single day. And then like my boss comes out, and like she's arguing with them. And I'm just like, God, just please. Just bring like, I don't know, bring like half a table. I don't know. Like, dude, it was so bad. And then luckily we got these 2 new tables. I guess they're working well. But then like, yeah, we're like reinventing the whole game room.
They should be coming in soon. I know that.
No, the tables are already here.
Oh.
Yeah, they're already here. And we're getting like LED lights. And we're just like, I think we're like repainting the walls and such.
Yeah, this was all brought in front of my board a few weeks ago.
Good.
And we passed that.
Good. So. And now all we need is some Febreze and...
Yeah, that's the next step. I heard you guys want an automatic Febreze that goes off.
Automatic for just 2 of them, please. Oh, I can't. Because even, like, it's called, like, the game room stench. And it's just, oh my gosh.
You can always stop into my office, which is, like, 20 feet away from
it just, I'm going to start doing that just to, like, scream just a little bit. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I worked with children over the summer. I worked at 171.
Sweet.
Hate children.
I love
Loved
kids.
that job. Hated children. So at the time I lived in an apartment like 2 blocks over, so I would walk to and from work. And so after I would leave, I'll get a little bit away from the mic, but I would be walking down the street.
Here we go.
And
turn them headphones down. Jesus, it scared me.
That's all I would do.
God, that looks... You can see that one. That's the loudest this podcast has been today.
It's like... It's so Try it. It's so invigorating to just like expel all of that anxiety.
Oh, don't worry. I know. Like if I'm in my car, I just let loose.
Yeah.
Oh golly, but it's too funny.
That's me like playing Megan Thee Stallion.
That new song.
Okay.
Is so
off
good.
topic. I love Megan Thee Stallion. Can we talk about how a woman that looks like Megan Thee Stallion
is doing the great teeth? Right. We have good news about
Gerald?
the G-Eazy situation. We have good news.
What's the good news?
She's not banging G-Eazy. She said it herself. She said it herself this morning. All right, we're good. All right.
That's because she got so much backlash from Black Twitter.
It's Black History Month. All right.
Yeah, she ruined it.
I mean, Zendaya also is getting in trouble now.
For what?
She also got a white dude with her, like some Calvin Klein model.
Good for her.
I mean, yeah, but
it's different.
Yeah, I know it's different, but still, Black Twitter was having a field day with that. It was like one after the other.
I love Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya's great. I just hate her for some reason.
Really?
I don't know why.
I have always been attracted to Zendaya.
I mean, who hasn't? But like,
for real. After Euphoria, I've been like in love with Hunter Schafer.
I haven't watched Euphoria.
It's incredible.
Because the only reason I just don't watch TV. Like, the last TV show I watched was Luther. And that was an Idris Elba TV show.
I have no idea what the fuck that
is. You know
is.
who Idris Elba is?
No.
Yes, you do. You know who Idris Elba. I'm not pronouncing his name.
I think I saw him on a thingy.
Heimdall from Thor. He was the bad guy in that Fast and Furious spinoff.
Wasn't he in what's it called? Bond, one of the Bond films.
No.
Oh no, that's how I know him.
He
auditioned for the Bond, and they were like, "You give off too much of an urban feel."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was voted sexiest man of the year 2018.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, you can't be Bond because you're too urban."
Yeah, that is. Yeah, no, it was totally
disgusting.
It was gross. He would have made such a great Bond, but yeah,
For real.
It's a TV show. He's like, it's like a gritty detective TV show. He's like this detective that's like really angry, and it's a really good show. It's on Netflix.
That's me.
But I had like a full on like mental breakdown because like it just got so creepy all of a sudden. Like there was a bunch of drama. I'm just like freaking out. There's this one episode. It was just so creepy. I just couldn't deal with it. I just never watched TV again.
That's valid.
I mean, yeah, I need to get back into it because I think a new season's coming out. I just want it. I need to face my fears.
Can I give you a movie recommendation?
Let's hear it.
This is my favorite movie in the entire world. I've seen it like 15 times, and every single time I like learn something new about it or I realize something different. Cool. It's called Mr. Nobody. It stars Jared Leto.
Mr. Nobody.
It's on Netflix.
Sounds familiar.
It is incredible. It's about this character. His name's Nemo Nobody. It like really explores like the power of human choices and like how, like it's incredible. That's all I'll say because I don't want to like give too much away.
Yeah.
It is like easily my favorite movie that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Have you ever heard of the TV show called Killing Eve?
No.
You would love that show.
Why do you say that?
Because, like, I remember my ex used to watch all the time. It's literally just like...
Do I remind you of your ex?
No.
I hear that a lot. Fun fact.
Oh my god, no. Absolutely not. Jeez. No, that was not what I was saying. It's just like... Because I used to use her Hulu, and we would just like watch that. We couldn't find anything else to watch. It's literally just like... This FBI agent who's like really she's really good at like figuring out the minds of like female serial killers. So this female like assassin serial killer finds out this person, and like she kind of like gets an interest to them, and like falling in love while trying to kill each other at the same time. It's really saucy. And like I stopped watching it because like I couldn't. She like kicked me out of her Hulu, so I just stopped watching it. But,
oh, that reminds me.
What's up?
I have to kick my now ex-boyfriend off of my
Dang.
Netflix.
Dang.
It's been a week, so he's had his
Wait
week.
a minute. What about the girlfriend? What about Lamal? Can you remember that
Lamal? Lane?
Lane.
Who looks like Hunter Schafer? Fun fact.
No, because the old man was flirting with you and her.
Yeah, that's my friend Lane.
Oh, that was your friend? Ah, gotcha. Got it, my bad.
You missed a wink. There is a wink in there.
But freaking, that was the creepiest thing because you got this old dude and like he got that slick back ponytail. Like his hairline was like in the middle of his head, and he still had a pony. Like the hairline was curly, but he had like a slick back ponytail at the same time, with a scraggly beard, and he's just trying to just flirt with y'all so badly. And I'm just, we're just in line trying to get coffee, and I'm just like, come on, man. Like, I just wanted a raspberry mocha.
For real.
All I wanted. I just gotta see this.
You missed it when he, like, first came over, because we were, like, kind of in the back of the line. I was telling Lane, we were just, like, talking about my dog bite. I was bit by a dog, like, a year ago, like, in a few weeks. So we were just talking about, like, how it was healing, and that it, like, left a scar or whatever, so I, like, had my leg out with, like, I don't remember what I was wearing, but we were talking, I was wearing these pants, and I was telling her about how you can, like, see, like, the Neosporin stain left on all of my pants after
excuse me.
And he was just, like, Lane was like, Brooke, she was like, Brooke, stop, like, this man is, like, staring at you. It was really weird, like, because all it did was I was, like, putting my leg out and, like, explaining.
Yeah, because I remember when, like, he first started talking to y'all, because I was, like, right behind y'all.
Asking us about bedding?
Yeah, like, are you guys doing some shopping? I'm like, dude,
we are at the mall.
Will, like, yaga you right now. I will rip that ponytail off.
I haven't heard that in so long.
Okay, yaga, I'm like, golly. But it was just so weird, because, like, we were in Horses. Like, you don't really see something like that happen.
Yeah, no.
Because the mall is dead as is. Like, there's no real point in going there.
I'm not going to say I missed that, but I have not seen that in a long time, like, since coming to Corning.
Yeah.
I used to go to Horseheads, now I go to Corning. I've kind of enveloped the Corning culture, too. But yeah, I, like, didn't see that as much when I came to Corning.
Golly. Like, it was funny because, like, I had texted you. Yo, what is happening? You didn't realize I was behind y'all. That was funny.
Yeah, I had no idea.
That was too funny, but it was just like, golly. I was literally just about to be like, dog, come on.
Yeah. And like,
where's your wife at? I know you got a wife. Like, your wife at home waiting for you. Like, what are you doing in this coffee shop?
Lane and I were like very obviously holding hands. Yeah. We were like huggling.
Yeah.
Like getting all snuggly up on each other. And he was still trying to talk to us.
He was still just trying to get it in. I'm like, dog, please.
Did you just think we were like really good friends.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you guys are
Gals
such
being
a...
pals.
So, just girls being friends, right? Like 2 bros chilling in a hot tub, right?
5 feet apart.
Because I'm not gay. Oh my gosh, I was just so weird. I remember I had like this whole. I think it was on high school. There's this whole like month where I kept getting like people like sliding in my DMs, but they were all like 30-year-old women. I'm just
Beautiful,
like, bro.
Beautiful.
I'm like 18. Like, what you doing?
I get asked all the time. People slide into my DMs like, "I want to be your sugar daddy. Like, can I give you money for this?" And I'm like, every single time, I'm like, "Cool. Like, I have a contract written up. I'll send you that."
Yeah.
And they're always like, whoa, contracts, no, and I'm like, okay, then goodbye.
Don't sign up if you ain't ready. Like,
right?
I'm like, what am I? Like,
this is a business interaction.
I know, right? Like, I'm here for the money and nothing else.
Right? When money is involved, my contracts come.
Like, where my sugar mama at? Like, it's freaking...
For real.
I can't... I'm sorry. I'm just so broke. Like, my paycheck hasn't came in yet. I just need the cash because, like, I'm about to blow my next paycheck off on, like, just, like, a bunch of garbage. Like, I need a new controller. I want to buy some, like, headphones. I need to buy some new clothes. I mean, I don't, but I love shopping, so I'm just blowing my whole paycheck on a bunch of garbage. I can't wait.
I need to buy Lane a birthday gift. Her birthday is on Monday. This coming Monday.
Hey! No, I was playing. People being loud.
Can the mic hear that?
Yeah, it can.
Yikes.
This is like the most soundproof room we have, but then like
the window probably.
The window, yeah.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
How much time do we have left? Because I have a cute little anecdotal story that I could.
Well, I mean, we have all the time in the world if you have a story. So.
Okay. It's not like a long one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But as well as being biracial, I am bisexual.
Yeah.
And I remember I had like a dream about a lady when I was younger.
Oh no! Oh no! Turn them headphones down, ladies and gentlemen.
And I woke up and I was like, "Please God, do not make me a lesbian, please." Jesus. And he didn't, so that was grand.
Fantastic. All right.
But I knew that I was into women, not because of that dream, but because of Michelle Obama. Fun fact.
That reminds me of a song. Oh my gosh. All right.
And then I knew that I was still into men.
Yeah.
Because of Barack Obama.
Hey! Stream The Bean Kicked In by Zach Fox, then you know what I'm talking about.
They are beautiful people.
They are.
I am in love with both of them. I love, like, beautiful power couples that are, like, both people of color.
Yes.
Like power of color. Did I
Ooh.
just start a new thing?
Put that on Twitter right now.
Hashtag power of color.
Like, I remember that one tweet was like, if Barack Obama can be the little spoon, then what am I to deny myself such pleasure? I was like, yes! Please!
Someone we went to high school with. Well, I'll tell you after this because I was like in love with him. We like kind of dated when I was a sophomore and he was a senior.
Right.
Love him to this day. He tweeted something. Maybe like a year and a half ago. I was seeing my like ex-boyfriend, like 3 ago. Technically 2 ago. We don't. Anyway. We don't count that.
Welcome back to the Young and Restless, ladies and gentlemen. This is so popular.
He tweeted something like, I fight the patriarchy by letting my girlfriend spoon me.
Hey, man. Hey. Facts.
Right. I think about that all the time.
That's too funny.
They are no longer together, just so everyone knows. So, like, I could still potentially get in there. We matched on Tinder a few months ago.
Oh, God. I'm like a Tinder retiree.
I have it downloaded. Well, I've had it downloaded for a while, but not because of anything weird. But I, like, literally just got out of a breakup, like, a little over a week ago. Like, a week and a half ago. Yeah. So, probably ready to jump back on that. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm never downloading Tinder again. I mean, if you want to know why, just listen to a previous podcast and you can hear the Chocolate King story all over again. But yeah, we're cutting over a little bit of an hour, so I think that's going to end that today. Thank you, Brooke, for starting off season 2.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I hope you interview more people in my office. Hopefully say good things about me.
I hope so. I mean, yeah, because like there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff happening. I have a lot of stuff planned. So look out for that. And then also, we will see y'all later. Thank you.
Yeehaw.